going on, everybody? Let me get me a seat here real quick. Oh, man. I wanted to talk about something real quick, just so people know. I had somebody say something that really did spark my thought pattern, which was, let me put this somewhere where it don't fall. They sparked my, who was that I just seen? Hey, Growing with Hussin'. Hey, Magic, how y'all doing? Somebody sparked my thoughts with hey, Chime Moss. They said I did a video the other day, and they said everybody don't have money to keep buying everything that you keep mentioning, something to that nature. Everybody don't got that kind of money. You might have that kind of money, but I don't. So, everybody ain't got it like you. Okay, I caught that. And I'm not knocking that person. I'm not knocking that person at all. Matter of fact, I agree with you. Everybody ain't got it like that. Some people are on fixed income. Some people are on, you know, their lives are different. Totally understand. Hey, Just Dorsha. Hey, TLC. Hey, Cheryl Faulkner. And I totally agree. I totally agree with her. I do. But at the same time, when I put up a product or I give a suggestion, it's just that. I'm not a salesman. I'm just showing you stuff, okay? I'm just showing you stuff that's on the market, and you got the opportunity to buy it if you got it. I'm not trying to make you buy anything. See, one of the problems in our, hey, unbiased, one of the problems in our community is we take things wrong. We take everything positive wrong, don't we? Everything somebody try to tell you, like, okay, for instance, hey, baby girl, that man ain't no good for you. Who is you to tell me you don't know? That's the first thing out of our mouth. The first thing we do is get defensive when somebody is trying to give them some straight and narrow advice. But when somebody trying to give you some advice, like, girl, he the one you need to be with, and he over there with gold teeth and looking stupid, ain't got no money, you'll listen to that. But somebody is trying to give you sound advice, we take offense to. I don't even know why. I can't even understand it. But we take offense to good advice. I don't understand what's bad about saying, hey, if you have a buffer piece of land on the side of your land, you may want to purchase it. If you have the money, if you have the means, if you have the know-how, you should try to get as much land as you can, especially around you. If you don't, that wasn't even worth mentioning. You know, I didn't. They said it like I attacked them. Like, you better buy this land. I did. Listen, one of our problems is we don't tell each other about the things. We don't tell each other about the opportunities that's out there for us. We don't. When I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, all right. I'm gonna get into it, and we're gonna get into the solar because this all ties in. We got this porch and field mentality. Let me turn to the side a little bit. These deer been running rampant lately. And I don't want to have to pop no corn tonight. Anyway, we have this field and porch mentality. And it still shows 500 years later. We still have this porch field mentality. That when somebody is trying to give you information on how to get out of the field, and let's follow the drinking gorge. For some reason, I'm telling the boss. I'm telling the boss. But we will follow the most nonsensical bullcrap to get us in trouble. I just don't understand it. Here's the thing. We keep looking at other groups of people and wonder how they coming up so strong. We keep wondering, how are they making it? Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, some cheating went on. But we still looking at them, like some of them, like, how did they do this? How did they pull this off? Some of these groups of people didn't have jack, but they still came up. They still made it. They still, and no, it didn't come from their generational wealth. It came from some togetherness, some community, some spreading of knowledge. I done witnessed it in my whole life. I used to have a friend, his family, they family stayed together. Their family, they end up owning a corner store back home. Everything. I went to school with this kid. He always had the best clothes. He had the best everything because we, after school, we went to play football. My friend, I'm not going to say his name because he know who he is. My friend, you know what he had to go do after school? He had to go to the store and help his daddy and his uncle and his aunt and his mama in this store. They all worked in this store. And listen, guess what? Once we graduated out of high school, I knew this kid from junior high, high school. Once we graduated out of high school, hell, I done left town, moved to Atlanta, came back to Toledo. Guess what he did? He was the new owner of the store. He was the new owner of the store. I went in that corner store to get me a cold one, and he was running the store. I'm like, dude. He like, yeah. You see what I'm saying? And his mom and his dad and all of them was older, but they was kind of just sitting in a chair in the corner while my friend ran the store. Okay? When we try to help one another come up, we take offense to it. I don't know how many times, and this goes across the board on all social media platforms. If you're a content creator, you too. You know how many times somebody, if there's content creators in the room right now, raise your hand if somebody said, thank you for that. I would have never knew that. Somebody raise your hand. Every single content creator need to be in here raising their hand because I done been on all y'all channels where somebody was like, thank you for that good information. I would have never known that. Raise your hand. I don't care if you started a channel this morning and you put out some information and somebody said, thank you for sharing. Thank you for that. I needed that. Either I needed that word that you just spit, Just Dorsha, or I needed that new pattern, Unbiased LLC. I didn't even know that kind of fruit existed, but now I'm going to plant that in my garden. That is the spreading of knowledge that we don't even do. But I mean, that people ain't appreciative of. People don't even appreciate that. That's the spreading of knowledge that we need to keep on doing. And for the life of me, oh, how to make your YouTube channel better. How to get more viewers to your channel and how to, we do this right here on this doggone channel, on this platform, right? So when we give information, like I'm saying, hey, we should really start thinking about buying land. The first thing somebody say, I ain't got no money. You know something, and I can guarantee MF&T that the people that scream the loudest like, I can't do it, ain't nobody got it like you, the people that say that, it's almost like God give me a vision. I kid you not. It's almost like I got this vision in my mind, like I can see him, like I can see him through the phone. I can see him through this network. While they're saying it, it's almost like I got some kind of superpower. And I promise you, The people that scream that the loudest is the people that's the most guilty for squandering their money, squandering their savings, got the worst bad habits. You won't stop smoking. You won't stop going out to eat. You won't stop going to fast food. You won't stop going to the club. You won't stop buying top shelf liquor. Them is the people. You won't stop getting your hair done, nails done, toes done. You won't stop putting rims on your car. You won't stop getting that music in your trunk. Them is the people that scream the loudest. Once they realize there's a certain age line that you meet. Once you start seeing that the investments that you made was bogus. If you are just now realizing that in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, that all the investments that you've made over the last 40, 50, 60 years was bull crap, whose fault is that? Whilst people are still trying to give you information. Think about that for a hot second. People still trying to give you information and you are upset because you didn't follow somebody a long time ago. I knew it was some elder telling you messing up. It was some elder standing over top of you telling you messing up. Okay. So with that, one of the things I was going to say is you can never have enough solar. You can never have enough land. You can never save enough money because every time you think you got enough, you don't. Every time you think, just with your preps, every time you think you all prepped up and you cool and everybody is relaxed, I got my first aid kit, I got my bug out bag, I got my hiking boots, I got my walking stick, I got blah, blah, blah. It's always a whole bunch of stuff that got holes in your preps. Number one, your health. Your health. That's the biggest hole in your preps. Forget the first aid kit. Ain't nothing in that first aid kit can help you if you sitting there having a damn foaming at the mouth heart attack because you ain't getting your health together. You got everything in your bug out bag that you possibly could need in the war of the worlds, but you can't even carry it because you ain't healthy enough to carry the 50-pound bug out bag, not even 4 miles, okay? So we got to think about that. That's the biggest. You can't ever have enough preps. You always need to be taking your bug out bag, opening it up. I just did that this morning. Looking through it and just write everything down again. Like you going through the story, like that would be good in my bug out bag. I could probably use that. Put it in the bag. You can never have enough stuff. So we're going to get on the subject at hand, solar power. You can never have enough solar power. Now, everybody keep asking me, Led, how much solar do I need? What kind of solar power generator do I need? How many panels do I need? Tonight, we're going to answer that question right now. Because there is no one answer for even just with one person. There is a billion different answers. Billion. And I'm living it. So I'm actually telling you, you can't have enough solar panels. You cannot have enough solar generators or batteries. You can't. And I'm going to tell you why. It depends on your situation. I'm going to come in here real quick. Do I got any questions before I get in? You need as much solar as possible. Yes, TLC, you are correct. Andy says, make room in your bug out bag for your Bible. People seem to overlook this critical too. Amen. We've talked about that before. Okay. No questions? Okay, I'm going to tell you. Every situation is different. Every situation is different when it comes to whether you ain't got to be living off grid. This could be just your house. As a matter of fact, let me get my off spray because I don't want nothing crawling on me. All right. Got to make sure that my boots and stuff is covered. Because once I did a tick treatment on my yard, cut the grass and did a tick treatment. But anyway, you can't have enough solar, and every situation is different. And I'm going to tell you why every situation is different. Amen. Every situation is different. You don't have to be living off grid. It could even be with your house. If you have in an apartment, everybody say, Led, I need some solar for my apartment. That always come. I'm going to show you exactly how that's going to work, because basically that's what I'm doing right now. A gas generator is out of the question for you living in an apartment. It's just out of the question. If you got solar power, you got a solar power generator, that's exactly what you need to be looking into. Now, how you charge your solar power generator up is a whole nother ball game. You're gonna have to get real crafty with it, okay? Hey, Grown with Hussin', Happy Mac, how y'all doing? You're gonna get real crafty with it. Now, how you doing, Teresa? Everything that you need to know is how many panels are you gonna need for what kind of solar power generator or battery bank you have. Number one. Number two, you can never have too many panels, because the solar panels, the more you got, the faster your solar power generator charges. So when it charges, the faster it charges, you want to get you a solar power generator with fast charging. All of these newer solar power generators got fast charging, and you need to be aware of that. I wouldn't purchase anything that does not have fast charging anymore. I just wouldn't. TLC, if an older apartment can place the panels in the windows, use your balcony or porch or charge your SPG. Correct. Now, I want to tell some folks, your apartment, if you put your panel in the window, it might not work. And I'm going to tell you why. What's up, J3GS Farms? What's up, brother? Your panel might not work because some of these window panes are lead glass windows. If they have those lead glass windows, or it's this weird gas window, it won't work. Your solar panel will not pick up any UV rays at all. I kid you not. You will have your solar panel up to that window and it won't do anything. But as soon as you open the window and keep it in the same spot, that energy floods in. It's your window pane. It depends on what kind of window pane you have. So you want to look into that too, okay? I forget the kind of gas window. It do something. It's locked in that little pocket of air or whatever it is. But it all depends on which solar power generator you got. Hey, Sonny's Garden, how you doing? So I just found out I can't get solar panels unless I get them through my township. You know what I got to say about that. No. I think they trying to get you to get the companies. Don't even get me started on that, because we going down a whole nother ball game. TLC, you have to practice and test your gear. That's right. K's Path, thank you, Led. I bought 2 generators, 1 portable, 200, and 2 stationary, both 200. What's up, B Rich? Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Say, what's up, Led, in the chat? Thank you, B Rich. Yeah, that's crazy, Sonny. That's super crazy. I'm going to tell you something else, y'all. I'm going to tell you something else. Make sure it got fast charging. And this is why. Because you don't know how much daylight you got. I'm blessed. I got daylight. I'm still got daylight. The sun just went over the trees over here. The sun just went over the trees. So my sun comes from this way to that way all day. This is all clear. So that's where my panels are. And you need depending on where you live in your area, if you got a lot of trees, a lot of big houses, a lot of buildings around you, that sunlight might only give you about 4 hours of sunlight, 2 hours of sunlight, and that's where you're gonna be making, you're gonna have a problem. TLC in the garden. Thank you, Unbiased LLC. Thank you, my sister. Said if you have limited funds, start small and save up. I started with the Go Power Plus, moved to the Jackery 240, then the Van Powers 2000 watts. But see, you can't tell folks that. You can't tell folks that, TLC. They gonna say, oh, you got enough money for 3 generators. Woo, ooty doot. You can't win. You can't win. When you trying to help some folks is just stuck in that mentality of making excuses for their own bull crap that they want to rub that off on anybody they can. They'll never put it on themselves. They will never say, I messed up. They will never say, I screwed up. They won't even say it's so bad. That's narcissism for you right there. They won't say it's so bad. They'll even go and blame it on you. Not only will they not eat that, take the blame for their own past mistakes, they'll blame it on you. And then turn around and everything you got to say to them is wicked and evil after that. It's like, what? I don't even know you. How you doing, Ro family? Say hi, new subscriber here. Our family loves watching. Thanks for the content. Be blessed. Thank you for that, Ro family. Juan Perez says, start slow, then elevate little by little. Exactly. You know what I started with? 15, 16 years ago with solar. And I even still got some of the videos when I first introduced it. I had solar before I was doing YouTube videos. Harbor Freight panels. I was messing with Harbor Freight systems back then. So I've been doing this a long time. So you start finding things out as technology changes. You start figuring out, my whole Harbor Freight setup is huge. Now it don't even make sense anymore to have it. It's at home somewhere in my garage. The panels is about that damn big, but each one of them only bring in 25 watts. It don't even make no sense to get that old Harbor Freight system. Now the new Harbor Freight system, where the panel is way smaller, you getting a whole 100 watts out of that. I think it's a 1.5 by 2 foot panel, and it's accurate. Zen Grower 66, yep, $50 panel that you were talking to us about at Harbor Freight. I got it right here, and the other ones is at Easley Island right now, powering up all the stuff. Out here, I got all my Renergies and Rich Solars, but I got one Harbor Freight out here, but all that Harbor Freight stuff coming out here. Hey, Yaz Girl, Urban Homestead, how you doing? So, do you have any questions? Because I could go on, and I don't want to just ramble on. Any questions about how many panels you need, what kind of solar power generator you need? Because I'm here to answer you. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's right, Tommy. You can always expand with one of those setups. Yes, you can expand, but they making it now. You can even expand with the new solar power generators. It don't necessarily have to be a setup. What's up, NJ Cali Garden? What's up, little brother? These solar power generators, the reason why I said you can never have enough, it depends on your situation, right? Your situation might be this. We're gonna turn this way because that'll help me watch animals and everything else. I'ma tell you, it depends. To run this, here's a situation I'm dealing with right now. It's hot as all get out. So during the midday, in the morning when the sun is coming over these trees in front of me, I'm cool. But soon as that sun hit about 11:30ish. Oh, you can fry an egg out here. I can hear my whole RV crackling and bending. The metal is bending from the heat because it's warming up, right? The RV start warming up. So you can hear it start crackling and popping. Let me tell you something. It get hot in there. What's going on, Rucker Homestead? So you want to run the air. Let's just say your situation calls for you need to run the air. Yaz Urban says, spoke with a gentleman who will, I miss, who will be building my semi tiny home to implement a line for solar hookup. Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, you gonna want to run your air condition, okay? Hey, whatever show, how you doing? You gonna want to run that air condition, right? Now, if you off grid, or even if you at home, guess what? You ain't gonna be running that AC. Now, if you got your pinky out and you feel you need to have that air condition, right? Then you gonna have a problem. I'm telling you now. I don't care how much solar you got. See, I use uh I use trailer cables to hook up my solar panels. Trailer cables. The trailer cables were cheaper than the solar cables. Trailer cables. I'm not sure what you talk about. So, to run your air condition unit, and here, if you got that big, I got two of them on top of this RV. I got this big one back here in the bedroom, and I got this other big one for the living room, the living area. If you running that, if you running that, that air condition right here, both of them is the same. They run 1,200 watts. 1,200 watts. Can it handle a small apartment business network? I don't know. What are you talking about? Can what handle it? We ain't even got there yet. Can what handle it? We need to, that's what we're here to talk about so we can get this. Listen, the reason I'm doing this, crazy weather is coming. Do me a favor, look at Weather Channel, and it's a couple of these weather guys on YouTube, and they're telling us we about to get smashed. We about to get smashed with some crazy storms. I'm supposed to be going out of town soon, and the storm is coming. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it. It's about to hit Louisiana, Georgia, and Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and the west coast of Florida. You might want to go and check that out. Trust me on this. So it's a lot of people. You got people in New York right now. They can't see their hand in front of their face from the smoke. From just the smoke that ain't even in their state, ain't even in their country. It's coming from Canada, even though it's just right across the border. It's a lot of people ain't even prepped up. They don't know what they doing. They don't know what they about to do. So I mean, what is people gonna do? So one guy on YouTube is spot on every time. Yes, he is. And I think I know who you talking about. This dude, every single time he say it, he better than Weather Channel. NJ Cali Gardner say, yes, it's true. I left Jersey and missed the smoke. It's bad. It's bad. So, hey, Game Nerd Mom, it's good to see you, little sister, in here. That air conditioner runs 1,200 watts. 1,200 watts. That's it, Happy Mac, Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall. Yes, that's him. You running 1,200 watt air conditioner. You got a 2,000 watt solar power generator. What you gonna do? Because that ain't even gonna run 2 hours. What you gonna do? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you what I do. And you gonna see it in a minute once it get dark enough. Go and get you an old school, couple of them old school box fans. They like $20 still, $24. I'm not joking around with you now. Look, hey, Take your clothes off. I hope don't nobody ever come knock on this door. They gonna get a sight full. Come around, sit, man, walk around in my drawers and a tank top, man. Look here. No socks, nothing, Jesus. I'm walking around my yard and around my land half naked with a pistol on my hip. It's an ugly sight, but you gotta stay cool. That your solar power generator, okay. I have a solar power generator that's 5,000 watts. I got 5,000 watts of power. Now let's just say that the air conditioner is only running 1,000 watts. You only got 5 hours, less than 5 hours of AC. What you gonna do? That's only 5 hours. What are you gonna do? You gotta start thinking. I saved my AC. I saved my AC for, man, it's so hot that I'm getting dizzy. I need to sit down somewhere, drink some cold water, and you better go get you a box fan. That box fan only runs on high, runs about 30, 40 watts. With 30 or 40 watts, you can run it all day, all night long, and still wake up and have 75% of your battery left or more, depending on what size you have. Happy Max say, have a heat stroke if you aren't careful. That, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Don't just be out here with your pinky out just letting your AC run. You just can't. If you have a huge system, then it comes into play that what what is we using this? We wasting energy where we could be using this energy to do something else. Cook, clean, run a sweeper, stuff that we really need to be doing in here to stay clean. Uh let me see. Intermediate use of solar generator is the only way to go, but the box fans are no joke. That's what I do. That's what I do. I don't even run the AC. I got an air conditioning, I got a window unit. That window unit runs 400 watts. It's a 5,000 BTU and it pulls 400 watts. I don't know how I'm gonna get it in here and make it look half decent, but it's going in here because I can't run them and I'm gonna be living in this for a while before we have our house built. So you can run AC units 24/7 and everything else off solar, but it's expensive. You can run AC units 24/7 and everything else off. So I'm not quite sure what you talk about homestead engineering. What do you mean you can run AC units 24/7 and everything else off solar, but it's expensive? Oh, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I have to fill this whole land up with panels and then a battery banks. Then you got to ask yourself, is this necessary? You get used to it. I hope you mean you get used to the heat. I do. And the party at night, want to hear something crazy? I know this gonna sound crazy. At night, I can remember being a kid and we didn't have air conditioning growing up. That was not a thing in Ohio. Most people didn't have air conditioning in Ohio. We just didn't. You had a box fan closed in the window up against the screen, sucking up all the bugs. And then, or put a box fan on the edge of your bed and put your covers around it and made yourself a wind tunnel inside. You laid in that. But for the most part, wasn't no AC. So I call out to my mama, Mama, I can't sleep. What's wrong? I'm hot. She would say, well, be still. Be still. Play freeze tag and watch how you cool down. Go in there, get you a cool towel, run it under some water and put it on your chest. Lay there still like you're dead and put a cold rag on your chest. This is stuff I still do to this day. I done hit 50 years old, and I even tell my own kids, put that cold towel on your chest, put a cold rag on your eyes and your forehead, and shut up, stop moving, just play freeze tag. Play freeze tag, and just stop moving. Shut up, stop thinking about stuff. Just, if you be still, you'll cool down. We can make a pallet on the floor because the heat rise. That's right. Lay on the floor. That's what we used to do in the summertime. Remember that? In Ohio, we could do this. Go out there and lay on the lawn. In Ohio only, mind you. In Ohio only. Go out there and lay on the front lawn. Let that cool grass, the dew done settle down in that grass, and let that cool your skin off. You know, go lay on the front porch, and the front porch is made out of concrete. That concrete is ice cold. Man, Crafty Mob Creation. It's a beautiful thing to be in the 50s club. Yep, it sure is. But it ain't got nothing to do with being 50. It just got to do with how you cool down. Kids overheat fast. Look at the, I ain't gonna get on that. Kids overheat too. But we can't be out. You know what I do? I spend most of my time out here. I spend most of my day outside. Outside. I don't even hardly go in there. I don't even eat in there. I don't brought all my kitchen utensils outside. This is really like a outdoor kitchen setup. I don't cook inside. I don't do nothing that's gonna draw heat. Nothing. I'm about to smooth move my outdoor kitchen. I'm about to tidy that up because I done figured this used to be my outdoor kind of living space. Nah, I'm about to make me an outdoor, full-fledged kitchen. Ain't no need to be in there doing a cha-cha slide on that little floor, trying to get no food together and drawing up all that heat. It ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it. You could be out here in the heat dissipate into the heat. Ain't no need to be doing that. Let me see. Crafty Mom, that's all these do is eat and sleep. I missed something. Yaz girl say I spend all my time outside all day on the weekend, and every break I get away from the phone. There you go. There you go. So, any questions about solar whatsoever? Cause I know they gonna hit. They gonna hit. You just can't have enough panels. And every time I think I'm gonna bring this many, I'm gonna bring that many panels here out here, I'm gonna bring this many generators, it's not enough. I cut that air conditioner on today, because I'm running a test with that EcoFlow. Used to put the sheets in and put them in the freezer. Yeah. Let me see. Said, Led, I'm taking an unused porch and turning it into a canning porch, herbal. I missed something. It blinked out on me. Game Nerd Mom, you already know. Say them fans ain't no joke. Them box fans in the window, Ohio life. Say I'm 70 and lived in Jacksonville, Florida all my young life until I went into the Army, and we did not have air conditioning. I missed it. It faded away on me, y'all. Have you used solar generators? Have you used? Yeah, yep. Hey, she is Sunshine. How you doing? Say I have 2.5 generators. I feel like I need more and need more portable fridges. Don't even get me started. That's a whole nother video. More portable fridges, and I also want a portable AC unit I can use with my generator. Do you have a video about the best portable units? That's all I keep putting out. But what I'm going to do, I can't tell you what's the best for you. I can only tell you which ones I like the most. And I'm going to do a video about which refrigerator units that I like the most, which solar power generators that I like the most, Which solar panels that I like the most? I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna do a doing the most video. Hey, miscellaneous Michelle, what's up, my sister? It's good to see you in here. Uh, do you recommend building your own panels or buy them already made? I've never seen nobody build panels. I've never seen anybody actually build their own solar panel. So I'm not. Maybe the question. Maybe I misread it or something. See, Sunshine said, "I got the EcoFlow and the Bourgeois V based on your videos, and they were clutch for me when the power went out a few hours." Listen to me. Listen to me. And EcoFlow, no, they jamming. EcoFlow is. I'm not even gonna tell y'all the rest because I gotta release this video. Uh, the whatever show, Lead Farmer, do you use wind energy turbines or water flow energy? No, I don't use that. From the research I've done so far, wind power is not up to par yet. Wind turbines ain't up to par yet. The ones that is up to par, they're unreachable. They're financially unreachable. Literally. I haven't found anything that makes any sense yet. Now, here's another thing about a wind turbine that I do want to speak on because I speak on it all the time. When people they're so fascinated by the wind turbines. You will not pull no power right here. If you got that wind turbine and how it come with the little 5 feet little stick on it and everything, you're not going to get any power down if it's your height. You want to know where you're going to have to get the power from? The power of the wind? Up there above those trees. You have to have that wind turbine above that tree line to get real power. Now, here's the problem with that. Number one, wind turbines are loud. Number two, if you have neighbors, it ain't gonna fly. Number two, you got a freaking 50, 60-foot pole with a wind turbine on it, and it's only pulling probably 200 watts. So you just spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to build the stand that it's supposed to be on. Then you have to support that, which you're gonna have cables pulling everywhere to support that. Then you got to turn around and wire that to your house. Now, one more problem. You say you conquered all of that. You got it on the 50-foot stand. You got it cable strapped down so it don't fall in the wind or in a storm. But now you got a bigger problem. You can't put nothing up that high because your area might not even be coded for it. That may be airspace. If you close to an airport, or even if the FCC rules don't let you, you can't do it anyway. You would end up spending thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars for equipment that you can't even legally use. Because every time a helicopter come by, or every time a airplane come by, they go FAA. That, what did I call it? The FCC. I'm thinking of wrestling. The FAA regulations, right? That's what I meant to say. But yes, every time a helicopter come by, every time an airplane come by, they can either see or detect your wind turbine, and you going to jail. And ain't nobody talking about that. Now, if you live out in the high desert somewhere where you usually when you watch one of these YouTube videos and they testing wind turbines, or they have wind turbines, look where they are. I need you to pay attention to that. They're usually somewhere far out in the desert somewhere, isolated in the desert. Think about it. They ain't in nobody neighborhood like me and you. We got solar panels on the ground on top of our RVs and stuff. Nope. They're usually out in some high desert or mountainous area. Wind turbine and wind turbines. Here's the thing. You know how big a wind turbine has to be to pull in enough power to make all of that worth it? Those ones you keep seeing online, those wind turbines that you keep seeing online, from overseas and stuff, and they'll cost you like I don't know, $300, $400, $500. It's so many reviews. I've been looking at wind turbines for the last 10 years. Every single, every single review is trash. Even to this day, 10 years of trash reviews, because they know what they try to do is tell you, oh, these wind turbines gonna bring in 500 watts of power, and they're only this big. It's not, they're not even bringing in at, let me tell you about this one guy I watched this probably 10 years ago. This guy attached a wind turbine on the hood of his pickup truck. He out in the high desert. He's doing 80 miles an hour in his pickup truck. Go look at the YouTube channel. You'll figure it out. Just type in with all the stuff I'm saying. He straps this wind turbine on his pickup truck. He's doing about 75, 80 mile an hour. And he got these meters in his seat that's telling him how much wattage, how much amps, how many volts is coming in. Guess what? Trash. Trash. So he's saying, if this thing is only bringing in this much power in a controlled scientific situation up in the air, you mean to tell me the wind got to be blowing 75, 80 miles an hour just to get like 20 watts? It don't even make sense. So let me see. The problem I have with solar is right now there are no disposable or recycling centers, and panels have some touchy stuff. I don't understand what you're talking about. The problem you have with solar is right now there are no disposal or recycling centers, and panels have some touchy stuff. I don't understand what you mean. How about crank generators? Good exercise too. That's not practical. You talking about like on Gilligan's Island, you get on one of those bikes and you just be pedaling. That's not practical. I mean, it works, but you're not going to pedal your bike or pedal or do one of those hand cranks enough all day to power your situation. Those type of things is good for an emergency situation like a flashlight. What you want to know about solar pump? What you want to know about solar pump? I didn't ask about a solar pump. So the crank, I only do cranks on flashlights and emergency radios. Anything other than that, trying to power a real situation is ridiculous. It won't work. I, Let me not say that. It works, not practical though. You're not going to sit in one space and pedal that bicycle to be trying to charge no batteries to keep your lights going. I always call those the Gilligan Island solar power. Betty says, in some cities, the Department of Transportation recycled their panels by offering them at auctions. A lot of people do that, and they're still good. Then Denise says, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, the whatever show, I seen a couple that's 220 volts. A couple of whatever show. Doggone to say, need a hurricane to get anything going right with those wind turbines. Yes. TLC in the garden say you have to look how much energy you are using to generate the power. That's correct. Thank you, Diva Status. Thank you for that. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you. Uh, okay. Oh, the hand cranks, yeah. Yes, hurricane speed for those wind turbines. That's why you don't see nobody with those. The educated natural in here? What? What's up, sister? What's going on with you? So I just wanted to touch on that for a second because I had some people asking questions, and I really just wanted to let folks know, look, most of these content creators, these ain't new glasses. These just some old reading glasses I got out of Walmart. I left my other ones at home. But thank you. Um, Depending on your circumstance, a voltage regulator would enable you to be able to charge a deep cell battery. True. That's what I used to do in the beginning. Again, I want to touch on this and I'm going to close out. I'm going to close out with this. These content creators here are here to help you. We're here just to help. Now, if somebody is forcing you to do something, that's a whole nother ball game. But most of the content creators that I have seen and I have witnessed, I have these people. Let me tell you something. And okay, we off solar right now. I just want to touch on something real. We have gotten social media spoiled. I'm gonna say this in my last 10 minutes. Social media has spoiled us so much that we think we can do anything. And it's becoming a problem, a serious problem. And this is what I mean. We get mad at the content creators because because they're not giving us the exact information for our situation, our personal situation. So to me, that's the equivalent of getting mad at the librarian because you can't find the book that you're looking for on how to put an alternator in your car. You never got mad at the librarian because you couldn't find a book before this whole internet thing. I know it's a lot of new people, young folks in here don't even know what a library is. But you didn't get mad at the librarian because you couldn't find the book. Somebody checked that book out. You got to wait till Friday before that book come in. So you got to go figure something else out. Okay. These content creators, this is the part that we are, and I want everybody, all the content creators, to bring this up on your channel. Every content creator in here, bring this up on your channel. Bring this subject up on your channel. People have gotten so spoiled by the unlimited information that's being handed out for free. They forgot that this knowledge is free to them. They've forgotten that this knowledge is free. All of the knowledge and the things you can go look at and you can go find on social media, you get mad at the content creator because they're not telling you what you want to hear. You can't even do that on television. You can't even take Netflix and make that movie turn out the way you want it to. Remember, how many movies you don't watch? Where you say, dang, I love that movie, but I just wish that one girl didn't die. Right? In the Marvel movies, right? You know what I wish? I wish they didn't kill off Iron Man. Dang, I love Robert Downey Jr. Why did they have to kill Iron Man off, right? Why did they have to kill off Black Widow? I sure hope that they bring Black Widow back, and I hope they bring Iron Man back, right? You can't control the outcome of that movie. It's already scripted, it's already recorded, it's already played. Somewhere along the line, we got the lines mixed up and screwed up with social media because we started being able to talk. Hey, Gigi's Natural Homestead. Now you can actually talk to the creator. You can speak and converse back and forth with the person or the people or the show that you like to watch. Somewhere along the line, it's almost like you turned your remote control into a whip. With television, you have a remote control, and you can only watch what's playing. You can only watch whatever movie is on. You can't control the outcome of the movie. But on social media, you don't have a remote control because you can almost change the outcome of this video depending on what you say, who you say it to, and when you say it. So we've turned the remote control into a whip to control the outcome of the content creator's message or information or knowledge, whatever has you. I would love for everybody to understand this is free knowledge, all of it. You don't have to agree with it on everybody's channel. You don't have to agree with everybody. You don't. That's the beauty of this social media thing. You don't have to agree. You could just change to the next person, change to the next person. And if they said what you like, you can agree with them. But don't turn that remote into a whip and try to control the content creator that's giving you free knowledge. I've seen lawyers, I've seen doctors, I've seen medical professionals, I've seen survivalists, I can't even imagine, gardeners. Everybody is so willing to give you free information that you know good and well. You and I both know that the information that's being given for free to you, if you went to college for any of the subjects that you're watching, Unbiased LLC is teaching you how to sew and fabricate materials like a I can't even speak on the amazing things that she make. That you know that if that was on back in the day, PBS or HGTV, they gonna charge you for them patterns. They gonna charge you to show you how to put this whole outfit together. They gonna charge you. Unbiased LLC will sit there and show you for 4 hours how to make this bag of garment cloth turn into the coldest outfit for the summer for free. For free. But somebody will come into her chat and just down her and downgrade her and just berate her, and other channels too. We've gotten so spoiled that this knowledge has been free now for so long that we think it's always going to be here. Some people take people's channel and just use it for fun. Pranks, just to come in and say, watch what I can get them to do. Watch what I can get them to say, right? Just for jokes. And we don't even realize we're using one of the most powerful things on the planet, social media, and playing games with it. It's like, I'll kid you not, playing around on social media is like playing with something that can destroy the world, if you get what I'm saying. Mushroom cloud. We're playing games with one of the most powerful things on the planet right now. This social media platform, all of them, they have made people millionaires and they have devastated people's career. Think about it. How many people have been devastated and destroyed because of something they said on Twitter? They thumbs just wouldn't stop and they said one thing too many. This joke was not funny. This joke they found to be racist. What's up, Resilient Dad? Thank you, my brother. Thank you, brother. It's good to see you in here. One word too many, and it destroyed not their social media platform, it destroyed their lives. It destroyed their lives and their livelihood because it destroyed them. Some people never bounce back. But that's how powerful this is. And social media has made people millionaires. We've seen it. We've all seen it. So I say we need to give these platforms a little, and these content creators a little bit more pats on the back for what they do. They come on here to share their lives with you. They come on here to share information with you, information and knowledge, and people will shoot you down for that. I'm just saying, before you tear into somebody here on social media, I can only speak for myself, but I'm almost think I'm speaking for everybody. When you come on social media and you put your information and your life on here, people don't realize you're putting all of you, almost all of you, on your sleeve for the world to see. Your messy background, your messy house, you know. A water bug might crawl across the wall while you live. We put that on here because everything you record is here for eternity. Until the big man shut this rock down, as long as electricity is pumping, the internet will always be around. And the things that's bouncing around up in them satellites, that stuff ain't going nowhere. Even when the power go off down here, that information still gonna be bouncing around in those satellites for eternity. So everything we put out is that important. Everything we put out is that serious. I'm just saying, before y'all tear up a content creator for what they are or what they aren't doing to please you, think about it. And most of the people that tear down content creators aren't content creators themselves. Most people that tear down content creators or play games on their channel, they're not content creators themselves. Because you know what? It's folks I don't get along with, but I don't tear them down. You know why? Because I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. You work hard on a video or a live stream or something, a project, for somebody to come in and just doo-doo all on your project. You couldn't be a content creator because even if I don't like you, I'm like, I don't like you. But doggone it, I ain't gonna wipe my butt on you either. You know, I can not like you and just not like you. But to go out of your way to tear somebody down, that's actually wicked and evil. And that's you gotta answer to somebody else for that. I mean it. Being a content creator, people look at me. People look at me just because they see the numbers. They see the numbers on behind my name. But they don't realize each and every video. Here you go right here. How many content creators will, you know what I've been doing all day? I've been working on one video. One. One. For the most of the day, I just been sitting under that awning right there, looking out at this beautiful nature like this. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna present it? What angle should I catch? Should I do it in the woods? Should I do it over there? Should I do it in a tent? The planning and the work that goes into creating any video, no matter how stupid it is, how dumb it is, the editing, it doesn't matter. It's work. And the people that watches your video, they don't, the people that's not content creators, they don't know what it feel like to go through that much work to give out free information. Think about it. You put out that much work to give away free information. You're not being paid. You're not on the clock. You know, you didn't punch the time clock and you just hoping for the best. But it's these content creators, especially new content creators, you don't know how that does them. The newer content creators just trying to make a name for themselves and get that little $30 check from YouTube, and they just trying to get their foot in the door. Sometime all it takes is a handful of knuckleheads to tear that person down and be like, you know what? I'm done with that. I see it all the time. I see a bunch of YouTube content creators and they'll be doing good. And they might just be at their wits' end. They had a bad day, whatever it is, and they get into a brawl with a troll. They get into a brawl with a troll so bad, they like, you know what? Just forget this. I'm done. I'm done. I got 40 subscribers, and now 15 of them was trolls, and they giving me a hard time. That we make it hard on ourselves. All we trying to do is come on here and help. These content creators, you gotta give them a shot. You gotta give them a chance. You gotta give them a thumbs up. You gotta let their stuff grow. Look, look. If you ain't gonna do it, if you not gonna create content, if you're not gonna put in the work, give these new content creators that thumbs up. You don't gotta watch their whole video, but give them that thumbs up. You have no idea. You could sit through a whole video and not give that person a thumbs up. You took the information, you got the information, you love the information, and you're gonna be using that information probably for the rest of your life. And you didn't even thumb them people up. And they might have 500 subscribers. And that one thumbs up kicks YouTube in the nuts and tell them, look, hey, you need to come check out this channel, YouTube. Everybody thumbing that guy up. See, people look at us older content creators, we'll stay here. We look at us older content creators and think it's always been this way. The system has changed. The system has changed where now you just can't turn this way. There we go. You just can't get as many subscribers and get as much backup and get much of this good stuff that we did years ago. They got y'all jumping through hoops like poodles now. And it's just harder. And I want you to understand something else. Let me see. Okay, I'm trying not to get it. I want you to understand something else. Let's go in the house so I can get some light. Come on with me. We ain't done yet. Hold on. I would sit under the awning, but there's been a coyote out here. I don't want to have y'all calling Peter on me. All right, let's sit it down and we'll close it out. Okay. Now, back when we were starting our content creator, stuff, things was different. You got to understand something. Back then, cut my fans off. Back then, it was different. It wasn't that many YouTubers on YouTube. I need everybody to think about that part. Us, the new YouTubers, the people that have been doing it for like 3 years, 5 years, you got to understand something. In the last 3 years, there was not this many people on YouTube 3 years ago. So everybody is getting discouraged by the trolls. There wasn't this many trolls back then. I used to call them hot pockets. Because every blue moon, I said somebody would be living in their mama basement and they ain't had nothing better to do, ain't got no date for the night, but they come in your chat room and mess with you. With hot pocket grease all on their shirt, right? It wasn't that many doggone creators. Listen, everybody is a content creator now. So my advice to you is just be yourself and just keep going, because now it's not as easy as it was before. It's not as easy to come up and move up like it was before. It's not. Because back then, you stood out because there wasn't too many of you. Right? There was not too many people doing what you were doing back then. But now, everybody is doing everything, and it's a billion of them. So all I say is just be cool and kind to your viewers. Give as much information as you can, keep going, and just hope for the best. Because this YouTube thing now, I'm just sitting in the background watching it. It's rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's rough. I can't imagine, I cannot imagine two things. I cannot imagine being a new content creator these days, as hard as it is. And I cannot imagine being on the dating scene, being single on the dating scene these days. Lord forbid. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how you do it. I just don't. Because it's just, everything is so haywire. It's no more rules. It's no more mannerisms. It's no more honor. And I'm talking about both relationships and social media content. There's no more lines drawn in the sand of what a man is supposed to do, what a woman is supposed to do and say. How should a man behave? The lines is so blurry. I had a conversation with my daughter. I hope she don't mind me talking about it. I'm about to switch gears real quick because this bothers the hell out of me. This is the problem I see us having, relationship wise. I shouldn't get into this. This ain't my lane. I shouldn't do this. Me and my daughter had a long talk. I talked with my baby, and we had a long discussion. And I hate it because that's my angel, that's my princess. But damn it, I'ma say it. She said, Daddy, is it me? Am I driving men away? Am I doing something wrong? I want you to talk to me like a friend and not like my daddy, because I know you love me. I told my daughter. I almost made me want to cry a little bit. I told my daughter, baby, yes, it's you. And it's a lot of you ladies out there right now that if you wondering, is it you? Are you the problem? Are you the reason some of these men aren't attracted to you? Or are you the reason why people are looking over you to look at her? I'm going to tell you like I told my daughter. Yes, it's you. But not how you think I think. Not how, my daughter said, Dad, really? Yes, but not the way you think. It's you. And the way it's you is because you got some sense. These new age men and some of these little boys, they ain't trying to have no woman with no sense. I told my baby girl, I said, baby, you are in a war. Remember, this still with social media too. You are in a war. You trying to find a good man. You are in a war. Some men don't really want the job anymore, if you get what I'm saying. The other men, this is where you really in a war with. You're in a war with other women with no morals. You're in a war with women that don't care. You're in a war with women that, listen, they don't care. They'll twerk it on them for free. So the men that's being raised these days, they can't take a little bit of opposition. They can't take a little bit of strong will. They don't want no strong woman. They want a woman that's gonna dish it out and they can move on. But as you see, look what it's doing to our world. So honey, yes, it's you. It's you, because I know I'm your daddy. I raised you right. I told you and I meant to this freaking day, don't you bring me home no man sagging his pants. You had a man with a sagging pants. Guess what you didn't do? You didn't bring him home and meet me. I seen a picture of him. That's about it. I just want to know who I need to put my hands around their throat if something happened to my baby. That's all I want. I don't want to meet him. I don't want to talk to him. But I do want to know what he looked like so I know who to go find. So yes, it's you. You were raised with some freaking sense. You were raised with some, hey, I'm not doing that. You were raised with some, that's going too far. You were raised with some, don't put your damn hands on me. You were raised with, I'm going to call my daddy. These new men, they don't want to hear none of that. Because they know it's a chick over there in the cut that don't mind. She don't mind. I never forget when I first moved to Atlanta. And I lived in Atlanta for a year before I brought my wife. I had to go get my own world set up, get my world set up for my family. Brought my wife down, and we was walking through, I can't remember what mall it was on the east side. If y'all know, let me know. The mall on the east side. We walking through the mall. Well, I want to call it something brighter. We walking through the mall. And as we walking through the mall, there's two women walking in our opposite direction. Woman grabbed my hand and pulled me. Now I'm holding my wife's hand. I'm holding my wife's hand, walking, not on the east side, East Point, broke. I don't think it was Leonard. Greenbrier Mall. That's it. I'm holding my wife's hand. My wife had only been in town maybe a week or two. I'm showing her the stuff that I've discovered while I'm here. It's Greenbrier Mall, yes. This woman grabbed my hand and pulled me, like yanked me. Said, how you doing? I looked at my wife. Now, this looked bad on me because I've been down here living for a year in the ATL, okay? That was the back in the day where, BET Uncut, Ludacris, all of that, it was bad. So it made me look bad. So I'm looking at her, I look at my wife. My wife like, who is this? I don't know. I had to explain that, right? This woman, something I had never seen before a day in my life in Ohio. This woman like, that's your wife? Yeah, that's my wife. I got on the ring and stuff. It matches hers. Oh, okay. Well, when you done with that, took my hand. My wife looking at me like, I don't know. I had to explain myself. But that was the first time I knew I only seen women like that. The woman that I met that day in the mall, I ain't meet her, but the woman that touched me that day in the mall, I had only seen women like that on Jefferson and 19th back in Toledo, Ohio, if Game Nerd Mom in here, you dig what I'm saying? You only ran across chicks like that on Jefferson and 19th. Like, hey, daddy, you want a date? This was a whole nother, and she had all her teeth and everything. I couldn't figure it out. Jefferson and 19th, they might be missing a handful of them. They rolled the dice with the pimp, and he didn't like it. She got all her teeth. Her clothes is on, and she didn't look slutty or nothing. Thank you, B. Rich. Say it's about to be torn down soon. Building townhomes, they're good. But what I'm saying is now that was the year 2001, something like that. 22 years later, that woman that grabbed my arm in the mall is most of the women that's giving the good women a hard time. Because just like she grabbed me and if you go out of your way and you grab a whole nother woman's husband and yank her husband out of her hand. Now, I had the whole lady live, mind you. I ain't gonna talk about that part. You know how big of balls you got to have? It was Atlanta. That's neither here nor there. But you know how big a cojones you got to have to yank a woman's husband out of your hand? You don't care about the consequences. You don't care what she got on her hip or nothing. Yeah, y'all caught that. It's Atlanta. You don't know who grabbing you, sir. But you understand what I'm saying? That's who y'all in a war with right now. My daughter is in that war with the women that don't care. The women that don't care. The women like, look, long as you give me a little something on my rent, give me a little something on my light bill. And I don't care who you go home to. I said, baby, you're in competition with them. And these days, that's like most of the doggone population. Right. Get my hair did. You can have all this. Get my nails done. You can have all this. And now look, all the good women is looking for a good man just to hold them down. These listen to the music. Like I told my daughter. The music. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what scientists say. I don't care about nothing. I'm going to tell you the natural facts. Music shows exactly what we living in right now. The music depicts us, and we don't think that. The music depicts us. Music moves us, right? When Marvin Gaye, what's going on? That if you listen to that song, it'll almost make you cry, especially what's going on now. If you listen to Marvin Gaye sing, oh, I got goosebumps on me now. If you listen to Marvin Gaye, what's going on, you will cry. If you don't cry while listening to, put your headphones on, be in a quiet room with nobody in it, and listen to Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. If you don't cry, you need to go to church. You need to go talk to Jesus. I promise you this. Music moves us, right? If I'm listening to NWA, I'm ready to ride on some fools. It's just what it is. If you're listening to some Metallica, Metallica was rebellious, right? Rock and roll was rebellious. Rock and roll made you want to tear stuff up. Look, they even made mosh pits to crack each other over the head because rock and roll music, that heavy metal music, made you want to pull your skin off and just run around to the skeleton show. But if you listen to some Joe, I want to know what turns you on. You ready to go. Somebody better not walk past you while Joe is on. You listening to some Luther, nobody betting out. If you lonely tonight, somebody gonna get lucky if you been listening to Luther all night. If the right one walk past, they gonna get it. Look, I done unlocked it. I done left the gate open. Whoever wander up in this mug, whoever end up wandering up in it, I'm gonna turn my head. Whoever end up wandering up in it. I've been listening to Luther. Right, Barry White. Music moves us. Music and the words and the beat and the melody moves us. And the reason I'm telling you this is listen to the music now. There is nothing on the radio talking about love, family, togetherness, backyard barbecues, the love of your mother, the love of your grandmother, how your grandfather taught you something. There is no more music like that anymore. Even thank you, Resilient Dad, thank you. Even the love style ballads that's on, if it's slower and more is sexual. It ain't romantic, it's sexual. So while this girl, what's the one name girl named SZA, she's singing, she can sing her butt off and she's singing this sexy ballad, but if you listen to the words, it's vulgar. She's telling you horrible stuff that you like, before this song go off, I ain't even tried that with nobody yet, and I don't believe, I don't believe I want to do that tonight. This ain't about making love. This is about, everybody is singing about the 50 Shades of Grey. Brings me to this point. there's this meme going on social media where where some I thought this was a joke. I thought it was a joke until I actually seen the person singing it. Where the girl is talking about eating something on this dude, right? Have anybody don't say the song, but y'all know who I'm talking about? I found out that's a real person and it's a real song, and she's singing about and she eating this dude. And everybody be dancing to her song at first. Then when she get to the eating part, everybody do this like, what? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Yes. It's horrible. It's horrible. What's her name? Yeah. Suki. Suki something. Y'all can say her name because Suki. Suki is talking about Dookie. Literally. So thank you, Herbnosis. Thank you. So my point is, this is the music. Look, when I was a kid, I was listening to the Isley Brothers and Marvin Gaye and the Spinners, and I could go on and on. Prince. All Prince talked about was making love. Even look, this new stuff make Prince sound like a virgin. Remember when the most craziest, most exotic person on the radio used to be Madonna? They was trying to cancel her for coming out with Like a Virgin. Now look. They was trying to cancel the 2 Live Crew. The 2 Live Crew now is a joke compared to the stuff that's out now. What the 2 Live Crew was doing is child's play compared to what's going on now. My point of all of this is, this music is depicting who we are. It's depicting who we are. There's no more songs about family. I can remember growing up, every song was about having a family gathering in a backyard barbecue. Even if it was Christmas songs, holiday songs, it's something about the family coming together. Now everybody is thugged out at Christmas and stuff. And it's like, come on, man. It's the holiday. At least, put your gun down for Christmas or something. Every day is thugged out now. Every day is about somebody snatching somebody groceries. And, so the same music, this is teaching our children, whether people want to believe it or not. These children are listening to it because our dumb butts got it blasting on the radio while we driving in the car, taking these little rascals to school. So they go to school talking about some other body groceries. And you don't know what you're doing wrong. They raised in this. Look at all the rappers. Look at rap. Hip hop to me is dead. I'm waiting on somebody to be like, clear, turn up the voltage. I'm waiting on somebody to revive hip hop. I'm waiting on somebody to revive R&B. R&B, we're losing it. We're losing it. Clear, I'm waiting on somebody to revive it. It's gone. It's gone. It's like, in a minute, they're going to call time of death on hip hop. In a minute, they're going to call time of death on R&B. Listen, this is not music. This is porn. It's porn. Let's be for real. Call it what it is. This is a pornographic ballad. This is not a song. This is a pornographic triple X rated adult only version, black curtain in the movie what was it called? Blockbuster. Go behind the black curtain. Music. It's no different. I can't stand to listen to half of it. You listen to a music, look, I'm sitting next to a dude that's in the street and he playing his music and my face is coiled up like, damn, and he just love this. He's singing the words. I'm like, oh, man, God. Got a baby in the back seat. But this is what I told my daughter. Again, it's no different with social media. Look at what you up against. The content creators, and this goes with relationship too. The content creators, look at what you up against. You're trying to put out good content like Unbiased LLC, right? You got to deal with people doing pranks and getting almost killed by somebody. There are people walking through the malls and through the Walmart store, smacking people up upside the head with some tissue paper for a joke, for views. You got people doing pranks on people acting like they robbing them or going in Walmart, hitting people upside the head with pillowcases or putting a pillow or a bucket on their head and running. Them people get millions of views. Think about this. Remember what I told you about the music. It depicts us. That's what's driving us now. That bullshit right there, because that's the people. Look at the people that is attracted to it. But you will do a whole hour video on passing out knowledge that could actually make somebody some money. You cut that video off, you'll be on that video for an hour and a half, and you probably had 30, 40 views. Don't that make you feel sick in the guts? Thank you for that. My chat is messed up, and I can't see nobody else, I don't think. Thank you for who is that? Thank you, Yolanda Floyd. Oh my God, you can't even get my 85-year-old mom to tell her story. However, we have not even gone the miles. Thank you for that. Thank you. Say it's because of Two Live Crew. All this foolishness is on the radio. They are ones who sued for it. No, Paul, don't blame that on Two Live Crew. Don't blame it on Two Live Crew. They cannot take your right to speech. That's the Constitution. It's not the Two Live Crew. We're blaming the Two Live Crew because they sued, so because of their right, their constitutional right, right? Think about this. Nobody said nothing about the music industry that wouldn't allow it, because Two Live Crew ain't got no money unless the record company put out their music. Everybody put this all on Two Live Crew back then. What about the producers? What about the record companies that's allowing it? Don't you understand? Don't you understand? The record company is just like a woman. You only gonna get away with what she allows you to get away with. If the record company, right now, the record company is telling all the real singers, the real artists, the real love ballad producing people, we don't want you. But we want Little Slip. Little Slip, all he talk about is murder and drugs. Little Slip. His name is Little. And his last name is Slip. His whole face is tattooed with devil things on him. We want to promote him. We want to give Little Slip $5 million to start. We want to promote you and run you across the country so you can tell all these little children how they need to do to their grandmamas and mamas and go take their purses and stuff. Little Slip. Send your message. But you don't want to hear the dude talk about backyard barbecues and baby shoes. Don't blame that on Two Live Crew. That was a constitution problem. Everybody thought it was Two Live Crew. No, you stopped them what they were saying. You know who could have really stopped them? The record company. The record company said, we don't want to hear that. No thank you. Go somewhere else with that. Easy. They ain't even breaking the law. We're just not going to hire you because we don't like your music. So I'm gonna leave it right there. It ain't no Two Live Crew. Uh, hold on. Yeah, it don't like that. You know, we always got to dig deep down into the realization of where the root of the problem. The root of the problem was not Two Live Crew. The root of the problem was not Metallica. The root of the problem was not NWA. It's whoever said it's okay for them to do this. It's okay for us to let them talk about killing each other. It's okay for us to let them talk about what. Stop calling a girl, a woman, start calling her a bitch. That's okay. It's okay to start talking about rolling up on an op until he drop. Plop, plop, plop. That's what we want to hear. That's what we're promoting. It's not the artist. The artist is only doing what you're allowing him to do, what you say is okay. And then the next artist gonna say, that's what made him rich. That's what I want to do. Look at all these fake hip hop rappers that say they murderers, killers, thugs, and gang bangers. They came of a beautiful home. They came from beautiful homes. Nope, that's what's making them millions of dollars. And I'm gonna put these tattoos on top of my head too, and grow all this crazy hair and color it all kind of colors and different color teeth. I'm gonna make millions too. So I gotta do what I gotta do. That's nah. I'm sorry, it don't work that way. The industry does that. And you know why? Because they're collateral damage. All they gotta do is set them up, send them to jail, turn around, and as soon as they go to jail, say, can y'all bail me out, record company? Yeah, we'll bail you out, but you got to sign a new contract. Matter of fact, from now on, we're going to bail you out, but from now on, you owe us 5 records, 40 million. You ain't getting nothing. Or sign this contract, you indebted to us for life. Every time people sign that record contract, you signing your soul over to the devil. I don't even know why people don't get it no more. This been going on for 100 years. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. My point was, because I can't see the chat no more. The chat is gone. My point is this. Hang in there. Just hang in there. It's rough out here. For the people that's on social media, hang in there. Don't give up your channel just because you got a bunch of knuckleheads coming at you. For the people that's looking for love, don't give up. It's somebody out there. It's somebody looking for you just like you looking for them. And the people that say you ain't really looking for nobody, come on now. I know you probably used to being by yourself by now, and I get that. But at the same time, we all looking for some love. We all looking for love. And somebody out there, when you least expect it, promise you that. Don't give up. And when you least expect it, they gonna come around the corner. You ain't gonna, everybody wondering where they need to go look. Stop worrying about that. Your new wife might be grabbing the same head of lettuce you grab in Walmart somewhere. You just don't know. Social media ain't no different. It's just too flooded with nonsense for anybody to really come up. Anyway. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Thank you for coming by. Sorry this went sideways as usual. I've been on here forever again, as usual. I'm sorry. Everybody have a wonderful night. I want to say thank you to everybody that for your super chats and your donations. Thank you to all my moderators. I ain't seen the screen in about 30 minutes or so because my chat is gone. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming by. Please don't give up. Don't let these trolls win. I'm telling you, this is how they get their joy. In love, life, and relationship, don't let them trolls win. All right? I guess I'm going to erase this video because it started out with solar and we went all the way left. Everybody, have a wonderful night.